Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a daily reading for the collective for December 18th, 2019. I just want to apologize. I didn't get my daily readings out for the beginning of the week, but I should be back on track, hopefully starting today. So thank you for my patience. As some of you know, usually I'm in the United States, but I also live between the US and in the Caribbean. So I've just landed, so I apologize in advance for any weird noises you might hear, especially roosters. I've got a few roosters around and I have to keep the windows open because it's really hot. So you might hear like announcements, you might hear motorcycles, and then weird other noises you're not accustomed to. I'll try to keep the distractions to a minimum, but while we're in the Caribbean, we just have to go with the flow. Without further ado, actually, before I get started, I just want to say thank you guys for being here and for listening and all of your love and support. It really means the world to me. And while I'm doing the reading, I'm just going to ask you to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, and share. Don't forget to ring that notification bell if you want to get updates on any new material I might publish. Now, since the sea is such an integral, important part of life here, and I've been landlocked for the last couple of months in the freezing cold, I'm going to be using a lot more of my mermaid oracle cards. So I'm just going to pull an overall energy card. It's a little bit different than what I normally do, but I'm going to pull an overall mermaid oracle energy card for you guys. Okay, so what messages, spirit, angels, ancestors, mermaids, do you have for the collective for December 18th, 2019? What messages do you have for the collective, December 18th, 2019? All right, here we go. We have the crane bag. The crane bag is sacred ocean medicine, clutter, declutter, and choice. Okay, so if you guys listen to my Gemini full moon readings, which are finally up, and I suggest you do check out your sun sign, and I also check out your moon and rising signs and Venus signs as well. But this is all about clutter and declutter during this Gemini period. You know, when with this full moon in Gemini, it's very chatty and there's like tidal waves of information that are coming to you. So you might be getting a lot of spiritual downloads. You might have a lot of people telling you a lot of different things, and the importance of sort of getting through that information and figuring out like what is true and what isn't true. Okay, but then sacred ocean medicine for those of you who are close to the sea or any body of water, or if you just feel like you need to sort of rebalance yourself, you can do that by taking a shower and imagining it being like a cleansing waterfall. Okay, but really the importance of water. And also I'm getting hydrating, make sure you're drinking enough water. Okay, because that's also going to really help you in your journey. Okay, but to clutter and to declutter and to make some choices. So there might be some things that you have around you. They could be people, they could be relationships, it could just be, clean your room. The importance of cleaning your room or your office or your desk or your house. That ritual in and of itself, can really be powerful for you for achieving more mental clarity and balance. Okay, so spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, and spirit guides, what messages do you have for the collective for December 18th, 2019? What messages do you have for the collective, December 18th, 2018? Some of you just don't want to look back. Yep, you're looking forward. Okay. Your overall energy here is the Ten of Wands. This is interesting because this is like something becoming too much. Now I'm thinking of, I don't know if any of you guys watch the horrible TV that I sometimes is my guilty pleasure, but about hoarding. And I'm really getting that with the clutter and declutter. I'm getting that you feel like the walls are closing in on you. Again, some of you really are just going to have to clean up your life or organize your life literally and figuratively, or figuratively and literally, like go and get tools to organize your stuff, because it's really causing you to, it's too much burden. The Ten of Wands is when you've taken on too much responsibility. You've probably overextended yourself. It's the Sagittarian energy saying, like, hey, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can do this. Oh, I can also give you a ride. Oh, I can make this cake for tomorrow, or, blah, 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 whatever it is that you're telling people that you can do. And then in actuality, it's become too much. Okay, so something has just become way too much for you. Okay, underneath that, we do have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is all about being being diplomatic, all about being like super excited and passionate, but there's not enough planning involved. So I'm getting that whatever this is, something that you were really previously really excited about, it could be a project at work. It could be, you know, planning a wedding or a party or something like that. But then all of a sudden, like, you realize you jumped into it because you were so happy and excited to do it. But, you know, you didn't take the time to plan. And the Queen of Pentacles, she's a nurturer, she's a planner, she's like, she does things step by step, and she doesn't do anything like super quickly. So I'm getting that for some of you, you know, that this, because then we also have the 10 of Swords coming up, and we have this full moon. So do pay attention to the messages that you are getting during this full moon. But, you know, this is sort of like some sort of huge ending, okay, that may have taken place or may take place here because you haven't put enough planning into this situation, okay? And you've been maybe saying, yes, oh, I can do that, but really you needed to write it down and like check your schedule, okay? Because before you do anything that's too crazy. You know, for example, like for me, like if I say, oh yeah, if I don't write things down on like on my agenda, you know, of course I'll say, oh, on Wednesday, yeah, I can do that. Oh, okay. And then all of a sudden I'll have conflicting appointments or whatever. I realize I can't do that with the time allotted. So it's like really important, I'm getting, that you guys organize so that you don't sort of crumble under the pressure, okay? The Judgment card in reverse, the Judgment is all about second chances. I'm getting though that here, like, you know, you might not get a second chance. So it's really, really important that you either rectify the situation or that, you know, there's something that's really, really pressing and really important that needs to happen here. And like the importance of you organizing and decluttering. Okay. Again, that might be in your email. It might have to do with work. It might have to do with your private life. It just might be that you're inundated with too much information and it doesn't allow you to focus, especially if you're learning something new, or maybe you've taken up meditation, or you're trying to learn Reiki or even tarot or whatever. You know, if you're getting too much information overload, then you're not going to be able to do anything really well, and you're going to be saturated and nothing's going to stick, okay? So this Judgment card is like all about answering your higher calling. It's also a card about karma. Okay, so again, that's what I'm getting. Like, you are the master of your own universe, of your castle. So if your house is a mess, it's time to clean it up. Okay, remember, if you realize like you're missing appointments, you know, for me, for example, I was missing meetings, but not because it was intentional, but just because I didn't write it down in my agenda, and it really sort of had a negative impact on me at my job. So again, there might not be second chances, you know, to recover that reputation if you're seen as flighty or not caring or not interested in, you know, in your responsibilities. And again, this is also declutter your home, your room. If you have stuff that's just taking up dust, if you don't use something after 3 months, 4 months, it's time to throw it out, unless it's obviously something seasonal, right? The Ace of Cups this is our Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, and this is beautiful because this is a huge blessing that you're being offered. Wow, this is kind of a cool reading because this is a huge blessing that you're being offered to fill up your cup. This is an offering for love, something that you're very emotionally attached to. This is something that's going to bring you a lot of joy. And then we have that followed by the Sun card, gorgeous, which is optimism. This is like the happiest card in the deck. This is somebody who's at peace. They're at one with nature. They're able to receive all of the messages that they've been trying to, because they've made choices that really lead them onto this path, and they're not saturated with information. Because remember, again, I'm going to repeat myself, this Gemini full moon is a very chatty full moon where we're receiving tidal waves of information, and you're really going to have to be able to like figure out what is true, what isn't true, and then really be able to stay the course. And here she's doing that. She's listening to the signs and the synchronicities. She's got the sunset in her background. You know, she's happy, she's at peace. Everything is flowing, just absolutely gorgeous. And then we have the Devil in reverse, and that's awesome because that's detaching. Again, I'm really seeing some of you being too attached to things that no longer serve you, whether it's relationships or whether it's like old TVs or old stereos I'm getting, you know, like, or just things like furniture that you might have like accumulating, or like old pillows. Like, I'm getting like all of that stuff needs to go if you're not using it, if it's like gathering dust. And this is you know, you're attached to it for a reason. Okay, there's some reason that you're really holding on to it, and there's an emotional reason behind it. You know, and Spirit's saying, you know, it's really time to sort of come to terms because this is going to bury you alive. That's the name of that show. It's so funny. I've actually only watched it like once. It's called Buried Alive. But I feel like, that's how you're feeling. Now, if it doesn't make sense for you or it's not resonating for you in like a material sense, like if you've got everything together and organized and your house is, clean or whatever, the 10 of, this could be, responsibilities at work, or it could be that you have a partner who's not picking up their slack, okay, and you're carrying all that weight, and it might be time to just sort of like, either have a conversation or, if you can, somehow rectify this situation. All right, so additional messages for the collective for December 18th, 2019. Okay, we have discipline. Yeah, I can accomplish what I set my mind to, but this requires that you be disciplined, okay, in your organization, in your daily practice, in your meditation, in your cleaning. Again, this is going to resonate for some of you in your houses or at work. Like, get your desk sorted out so you don't lose papers. Also, discipline, maybe it has to do with a health routine, okay? Maybe you're trying to do like every fad diet out there, or every every workout routine, okay, but like, you can't do it all. Focus on one, and one that works. Then you have service. I feel good when I can help others. Yeah, so I'm getting real strong Virgo energy coming out here. You might have Virgo in your chart, or you guys just might be working, in the service of others. You might be social workers. You might be somebody's personal assistant, okay? So maybe you have to help them declutter, or maybe you need a personal assistant. You need some help here so that you can sort of alleviate some of the pressures that you have. Okay, but I feel like, you need to sort of make choices and declutter your life so then you can actually achieve your goal of helping others. Okay, and then finally you have failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So again, some of you might have been making mistakes because you were too inundated, too saturated, not organized enough. And it's just like what I was saying, at one point I was missing meetings, not intentionally, but because I was so overly, I had too many responsibilities, and I had said yes to too many things. And it was really starting to affect me negatively, but it's all a learning experience, you guys. All right, so now I'm going to pull Keepers of the Light. So 2 additional messages for the collective, December 18th, 2019. Additional messages for the collective. Whoop. Here we have Moria, Awakening Presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Ooh, yeah, that's really nice. So the universe is helping you on this, guiding you on this journey. If you've made mistakes in the past, again, this Judgment card, like you might feel like, or there might not be a way to sort of rectify this situation. But you know what? Spirit is saying, I'm with you. I'm here to protect you. So no matter what happens, you're gonna be protected and you're loved. Okay, and then finally we have Bridget, Inner Strength. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. This is you getting your power back. This is you, again, once you clean your room, once you get yourself an agenda or an organizer, once you organize your thoughts, once you declutter your life from maybe gossip and drama, you're going to be standing in your power again. And this is going to be absolutely awesome. All right, so it's really, really important, you guys, you pay attention to this message. It may just be for one of you or 1 or 2 of you, but like getting your stuff together, writing things down. Maybe you need to make a timeline. You may need to make a to-do list. Okay, that's going to help you feel so much more empowered. And maybe you're in a lot of debt. Some of you might be in a lot of debt, and you might have to figure out, okay, how can I go paying this stuff off? And if maybe you can't do it all in 2 or 3 months, or maybe in 1 week, but you can do it in 6. So you have to really communicate that. And then finally we have Nature, 74. Okay, I love this, 74. I love the green coming out. There's a lot of earth energy in this reading. For some of you, walking in nature is going to be really, really important, helping you ground yourself at this time and sort of bring back that balance. And maybe, maybe your house, you feel like the walls are closing in on you, so it's time to get out. Go into nature and then see like where you can start. And if you feel yourself being frustrated or too inundated, get out. Move out and see, the ideas will come to you. And if you need to, bring a pen and paper and write things down. Okay, I'm going to start here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I also do see this could have to do with a relationship, because I do have masculine and feminine energy here. Okay, and with nature, I really do see that green and that purple. The green is your heart chakra, and the purple can be your third eye or your crown chakra. So really like opening up your heart and your heart space, okay? Really opening up to seeing how you can help yourself in this situation. But it's absolutely beautiful because this Devil card, this is Capricorn energy, more earth energy. I'm seeing lots of Virgo energy, some Leo, definitely Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo energy. You know, this is going to take some discipline. You may have made some mistakes along the way, but you're going to turn those all into learning experience. So the importance of cluttering and decluttering, and the choice is yours. You can make the improvements. You just have to take the first couple of steps. All right, I love you guys. Please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, and share if and only if that's something you like to do. Don't forget to ring that notification bell. I love you guys. Thank you for listening.